There was one girl at the bar I was working at a while back. She'll remember this, but I kind of got into one of these. This is back when I was still doing the whole society thing, having my mask for Starbucks. Everything's proper and ready to go. I did away with that. It was a certain aspect of who I was. I guess we can call it the ego. That I pretty much took a double barrel shotgun to. Blew that son of a bitch straight across a wall. And now I realize I needed the fucking ego. So this isn't ego. Like all this flirting with so many of you. I call you kings of the earth, but you know, you're ladies. I don't want to get that mixed up. I don't. Is it sexist not to? Is it not sexist to? Thank you, Ryan Reynolds. You're another one I'm going to beat up. What a birthday. I don't know what this is. I'm in the middle of a storm. All around me, it's nothing but craziness. I missed my Instagram. I guess this one's going to YouTube. But remember, spirit of transparency. I'm not going to make it seem like I'm hiding stuff. Some of you get so damn close and then you find an excuse almost. Just find a fucking excuse not to commit to it. But then some ugly, stupid, IQ-less crackhead comes walking up to you, and I think it's because he doesn't have anything on the inside. There's nothing to feel. So you're not intimidated or threatened. Does that part at least make sense? But when I turn the corner, I can fucking feel it, man. There's this... It's like all the hairs stand up on Spider-Man's arm. You can fucking feel me when I walk by. And I think that's what intimidates girls. It was conversationalist. My vampire Black Widow and Science Bee were all sitting in a white car one night in front of Albertsons. I went walking straight over to them like I was probably supposed to do, but they all got freaking weird. They all looked at each other and sat back in their seats and buried their nose in their phones and just got really small and quiet. So I turned around and walked back to the front of Albertsons and stood next to the stop sign there. I'm doing the hand motions like you can see it. And I waited, and I was like kind of motioning for them to just, okay, drive around, and if you're that nervous, come back to where there's light so you can see me, and we can discuss things at a stop sign so you can take off. But they didn't. They drove up a little bit more, they parked, then they drove away, and I found that car the next day next to the riverbed. So you girls knew where you were going to go if I didn't work out, and I think that's partly what I was picking up on sometimes. This sucks, man. I'm not quitting. I didn't fail. That's why. I didn't fail this thing. I hit the fucking mark every goddamn time, and for whatever reason, people found an excuse. I used that metaphor before. It was like using cups to hide a ball, and then you shuffle the cups really fast. I kept picking the fucking cup that had the ball under it, but everybody just kind of looked at each other and grinned and went, no, no. I'm like, all right, well, now what? So now you guys are just coming up with crap to be mad at me about. I don't know what Teletubbies is about. Just making shit up as you go along because you're too embarrassed to admit that you couldn't go, yo. But you could for the crackheads. I'm mad about it. Let me be. But even if you think I'm so fiery mad at you that I would pick up a stick and beat you to death if you knocked on my door, be one of those ladies and knock on my door and see if I don't just fall to freaking Reese's Pieces. It's so unfair. My whole persona and everything changes. It becomes just this, I don't want to get into it. You don't see it because you haven't given me that chance. Don't tell me you don't see it and then not give me the chance. Don't tell people I'm on drugs and then when I offer a drug test, turn me down and keep snickering. Don't do that. And that's what you're doing. Boo cakes.